You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Dalai Lama has apologized after a video emerged showing the spiritual leader kissing a child on the lips and then asking him to, quote, suck my tongue at an event in northern India. In a statement Monday, the office for the Dalai Lama stated that he wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused, also adding that he regrets the incident. Quote, His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. His apology comes after a video of the exchange, which took place during an event in the hillside city of Dharamshala in February, went viral on social media, with many users criticizing the Dalai Lama's actions. In the video, the young boy can be seen approaching the Nobel Peace Prize winner before asking, "Can I hug you?" Then the 87-year-old spiritual leader then invites the boy on stage and points to his cheek and says, "First here," prompting the boy to give him a hug and a kiss. The Dalai Lama then points to his lips and says, "Then I think, finally, here as well." He then pulls the boy's chin and kisses him on the mouth. Quote, "And suck my tongue," before poking his tongue out. The identity of the boy is not known. He was at the event with the M3M Foundation, the philanthropic arm of India real estate company M3M Group, based in Dharamshala, where the Dalai Lama lives in permanent exile. In response to the incident, prominent Dali-based child rights group HAQ, Center for Child Rights, stated, "All forms of child abuse we condemn." They also added, "Some news referenced to Tibetan culture about showing tongue, but this video is certainly not about any cultural expression. And even if it is, such cultural expressions are not acceptable."
A few moments later.
So, just in case you might be a little bit lost, let me just help you a little bit here, right? So, they said in a 2019 interview with BBC, during which the Dalai Lama said that if a female Dalai Lama should succeed him, she should be more attractive. The previous year, he suggested that Europe should be kept for Europeans when speaking about the rising levels of African refugees entering the continent. Quote, "The whole Europe will eventually become Muslim country, question mark, impossible, or an African country, question mark, also impossible." He also stated that it's better to keep Europe for Europeans.
And you know, truth be told, I'm not a very big fan of the black people.
Now, the funniest thing is, whenever I happen to talk about religion or these religious men, or people who are, a part of these things, I get a lot of pushback. And, there's a lot of people that tend to get offended. And it gets to a point where I'm like, I don't care. Because I care more about the children versus your sensitive feelings, right? And that's what it comes down to. I see far too many people wanting to get up in arms about being offended over what somebody stated about their religion versus being offended of the fact of the individuals who are part of the religion doing a lot of these acts. Now, some people may try to excuse it away, like, oh, well, he's old, he's 80, maybe he didn't really know the words that he was saying, maybe he was going through dementia, or, like I said, I don't got time for excuses. I heard the video. I got the video directly up on IG for anybody that wants to see it. And he knew exactly what he was stating. And like I said, that doesn't look good at all. And then on top of that, you had, when he said that directly to the kid, you had other people, in a sense, laughing about what took place. There was nothing funny about that. Not at all. I don't find any comedy. I don't see a joke. I don't see a punchline. I don't see anything at all. And I promise you, a lot of celebrities aren't going to say anything either. I can bet your top dollar that you're not going to have a lot of celebrities come forward that have, always said great things about the Dalai Lama, going to visit and all of these other things. All of these people are not going to come out and speak against this. And the moment in time that you don't see people speak against something that you know is wrong, you should start to question everything. You should start to look at all of those people. Because if this was anybody else who did this, oh, the whole world would be crying right now. The whole world will be in uproar. The whole world will want to do a protest, and they want to do this to the person and that to the person. But the moment in time that it's supposed to be this spiritual leader, this great man, this holy man, and he decides to do something like this, silence, mum. Again, where are all of the celebrities that normally talk about social issues? Where are they at to make a comment about this? And I'm not just talking about making jokes about it. I'm talking like actually talking about it. And you're not going to hear them actually talk about it because, again, when it comes to, the order of celebrities, you have certain people that are in the know and certain people that are not. You have certain individuals that go along with certain things and they allow and they are also into certain things. You have other celebrities who are pretty much outspoken about the circus that is Hollywood, and they have specifically stated that, hey, this is what they like to do. They do this, that, and the third. Right? Case in point, look at a lot of the Disney stars. Look at some of the Disney stars that started in the 90s and look at where some of their lives are at this moment in time. And just question and ask yourself, how is it that they made it this far in this shape? And when I look at the video of the Dalai Lama, I understand how. Because at the end of the day, in order to get to certain places, you have to sacrifice. And a lot of parents that are directly out here are willing to, in a sense, sacrifice the purity of their child or their children in order for the family to be rich. That is clear cut what you are able to see. That's clear cut what's happening at this moment in time. And the main thing I try to tell parents before is that you need to be very cautious of a lot of these so-called holy men and the type of time that they happen to spend around your children. Because again, you don't know who these men are. You don't know specifically what it is that they're about. You don't know what their primary objective is. Right? They could be, a man of God, or they could be a man of other things. So, again, as we were clearly able to hear, the Dalai Lama apologized for the words that he used and not his actions. That statement, that one thing by itself, speaks volumes.